There's stalkers driving by on the street. There's guys on bicycles sinking with a stalker truck on the street. And then there's another guy on a bicycle meeting these red stalkers at the, like, these two bikes rode through the intersection when the silver truck drove up to it, and then this other bike is coming from the other way and rides through the intersection right as these two red cars are getting up to it. And today there's this guy standing by the crosswalk with a red shirt, and like he's doing the same things ahead of me as I walked up the sidewalk, and then he's just standing there with a cell phone in his ear, and then like I'm expecting him to do something right when I walk by him, but he doesn't. He's just standing there like facing away from me by the crosswalk with a red shirt on. And then after I walk by him, he's just like talking on the phone synced. He was just standing there quiet until after I walk by him, and then he's doing it at different sync places after I walk by the crosswalk. You just expect him to do something right next to you, and then they do something else. Like they make you think that they're gonna do something right next to you, but then they don't, but then they do it right after that. There was a siren this morning. It was pretty quiet last night for Friday night. It was really quiet. And then when I went out walking around, there was stalkers before I turned the camera on. There was more cars before I turned the camera on, but then after I turned the camera on, there was like barely any stalkers the whole hour-long video. There was a few of them. Like there's still a lot of them, but they're just like sprinkled throughout the video. But there was a lot of them. There's a lot more cars driving around me before I pulled the camera out, and then they just all scattered. And then there was a cop that drove by me at the intersection on that video, and then there was a cop that drove out of the police station when I walked by it. And a few whiteys and a few it was just like regular cars, just like one car at a time mostly on that video last night. It was like mostly nothing though, it was just quiet, like no sounds or anything for the most part. So that was cool. Then when I came out this morning, it was stalking up again. It's stalkered up out there right now. Someone just closed the door in the hallway. That was probably synced. Turn this fan up. Oh, there's a loud motorcycle driving by me. Is he one? There's a frequency being shot in my ear right when he gets to the edge of the parking lot and drives out on the street. And I think he was syncing with the cars on the street. And they were shooting frequencies in my ears a bunch of times the other night. And there's a white SUV, and was he a stalker? Oh, and a plane flew over my apartment today, I think. I didn't look out the window, but it sounded like it was over my apartment. I think it was a jet, if I remember right. It was low in the sky. And then there's this constant stream of stalker cars on the street. Are they doing the black and silver now? Is that what this is? I see a white truck. There's a car driving out by me when the white truck gets to the intersection, and then a door is closing in the hallway, synced. But yeah, and I saw a helicopter the other day that was like flying next to me when I walked up to the intersection, like flying directly to the left of me in the distance. And don't see the helicopters too often, but there was a period of time, like a month or whatever ago, where this motorcycle just synced up with Whitey right now. But like I was seeing helicopters for like a week straight or something, or like I don't think it was every day, but I was seeing helicopters more frequently for a while, and then Haven't really seen any since then, but then I saw one the other day. And then I haven't really seen a whole lot of planes lately either, but I kept hearing jets last night though when I was recording, like high in the sky, that were probably stalking me. And I don't know, did the train horn go off today? I don't think so. If it did, I can't hear it because my fan's on or something. Here goes that pedal bus thing. And then there's a military license plate truck backing up next to me. And then someone came out of the door or two, I think, or went in the door of the building. One of the two. But yeah, this like party bus thing that everybody on it pedals it. They're like bicycle pedals. And they just like roll around like for like I guess weddings or whatever, parties or I don't know. But they just do it every weekend though, and I'll always see them synced. Whenever I see it, they'll be meeting me at intersections and stuff like that, and they'll be yelling synced when they're on it. They'll be like, "Woo!" Like I'll hear them all the way up the block yelling synced at a bunch of different places, and then they'll meet me synced at an intersection. Even though they're going like 2 miles an hour. How does that work? Shit. Like, what? It always does it though. And then last weekend or whatever weekend, when I was walking around with my sign, and they were on it, they took off next to me, and she was like, "Gang stalking is a crime. Gang stalking is a crime. Gang stalking is a crime. Gang stalking is a crime. Ah, ah." Yeah. I see black and silver stalkers and a piglet. I saw black and silver stalkers and a piglet with I see a blue car. Is he a stalker? I don't know. I see a silver car. Is it a stalker? It's stalking with a black car. It's a stalker. And then it's meeting a red car. And then there's other stalkers, black and red stalkers. And then there's another silver stalker with the black stalker. And then there's a white stalker and a black stalker. And then there's a red stalker. Is it red? And then there's a bunch of other stalkers. And then there's a blue stalker with the red stalker. And then, oh, there's someone getting out of a car in the parking lot. Are they a stalker? These birds flew over and this bug flew in my window. Like flew in my face in the window. And then right as they go in the door of the building, this whitey drove out on the street. And then he syncs with another whitey in a blue car and another whitey. But yeah, these birds flew by, synced with them walking like up to the door. And then when they went in the door, Whitey drove out. The birds are flying back the other way now, and then they're flying over again. And they synced with this guy driving by with the red shirt on, it looked like. But yeah, what I was saying though was the birds flew by, and then when they flew in front of me, this bug flew in front of me and flew in my face. Outside in the window. It's kind of creepy because, like, when you think about it, they could just, like, put all the animals on attack mode. It could just be like Alfred Hitchcock's birds out here. And birds are all attacking you and pecking your eyeballs out. Because they set them to kill mode. Getting attacked by a bunch of birds and squirrels ganging up on you and shit. And raccoons and fucking cats. The birds will just be flying right at my face a lot of the time. And then they'll just turn suddenly when they go by me, when they come up to me. But they'll just be flying straight at my face. And then there's a bunch of stalkers on the street again. And then there's a bunch of stalkers on the street again. And then it's stalkers on multiple streets syncing up with each other. And then where'd the birds go? Are they done syncing? Watch, they'll fly back in like 10 seconds just because I said that. Here's a bird. I don't know if he's a sink bird, but I just saw a bird like right after I said it, so I don't know. There's another bird. He looked like a sink bird. Pretty sure that one was a sink bird. The stalker's driving by on the street. I don't know. Here's a white SUV. He's gonna stalk. Is he a stalker? This bird just flew by me, and I think it was synced with this car driving up to the intersection, and then it met another car at the intersection. And then this red van is driving out, and then it is meeting a black car at the other side, and then there's other stalkers, and there's a Domino's car, and then nothing, and then a bird is flying down. And then I don't know about that bird. I don't know, man. And then there's someone walking over there. Was it a stalker? I don't know. There's a white truck turning into the parking lot right when I walk up to my window. Or he's not turning into the parking lot, but he just turned into it and then turned around on the street. And then there's a cop too on the other street that drove out when he turned around, I think. And then there's a whitey and a red car that were synced, and then they're synced again at the other corner. white truck. There's people walking up to a white truck, and it's unlocking right as I walked up to the window. It's flashing its lights. And then there's a white SUV driving by me as they get into the white truck. Then they're closing the door on the white truck as the whitey turns around the parking lot, the white SUV, and then another car drove out in the street at the same time, and then it's turning around the white SUV, and it's parking right in front of the white truck behind it in the parking lot. From my perspective, looking out of my apartment window, the white SUV is in front of the white truck, like underneath the white truck. You know? And then the white truck took off right now when I set my phone down. And someone's walking out of the building when it gets to the edge of the parking lot. And then another silver truck drove out. It's probably another stalker. And then they're walking up, talking to the lady in the white SUV, the one that came out of the building. Just talking to the white SUV lady. And then the white truck drove out. Did it sync with the silver truck turning, I think. And then it met another silver car at the intersection. And then it synced with the red truck, I think. And then she's walking away from the whitey now. And then she's pointing. I think she's synced pointing. And then she's walking back in the door of the building right as a Domino's car goes through the intersection. And then the whitey SUV is still sitting in the parking lot. Sideways in the parking lot. Oh, she's taking off. And she's got a red shirt. And she's got a 55. And she drove by me again. And she probably did it synced with this car on the street. But I didn't see the sync though. But she had a 55 and a red shirt. Then there's other whiteys. And then on that video today, there was that white and red car There's that white and red truck. It's like partially white and partially red. And he drove in front of me at the same time that another white and red car drove the opposite way in front of me. He drove in front of me at the same time that another partially white and red car drove in front of me. So do y'all see the Spider-Man videos that I did? Because I'm still blown away that Mary Jane is a stalker. But she is, though. She comes out of the door synced 4 times in Spider-Man 1. And then she does, I think, 2 sync things on Spider-Man 2 and 2 sync things on Spider-Man 3, at least. I haven't, like, watched all the way through the whole movie. I just, like, fast-forwarded through them, but, like... But she keeps coming out of the door of her house synced in the first one. And then coming out of the door where she works synced. When Peter walks by it. She just keeps syncing on Peter Parker. And, like, he comes out of the door of the house. And she comes out of the door of her house next door right when he steps off the porch. And then she comes out of the back door of her house right when he puts the trash in the trash can in the other scene. And then she's coming out of the door where she works when he walks by. And then she's coming out of the door of where she works when he walks by again at, like, a different place. And then in the second one, it's like a repeat of the scene from the first one where she synced with him putting the trash in the trash can. She syncs with him putting the trash in the trash can again, just by going, "Hey," right when he puts the trash in the trash can. And when he comes out of the door, there's a dog barking. And then I think it's on the third one, I can't remember, but on one of them he's standing across the street and he sees MJ come out, and then she keeps syncing with taxis too, it seems. And, like, right when she comes out, there's a taxi, and then she hugs this girl and there's a taxi, and then she she kisses this guy, and Peter Parker sees it and gets sad, you know. And right at that moment, when she kisses the guy, there's these cop cars driving by with sirens going off. And then she like he's listening to the police scanner and he's about to go be Spider-Man, and then she knocks on the door of his apartment right at that moment. And then something else, I forget, like a couple other ones or whatever. It was just weird how it just like she kept coming out of the door synced, and then there's the cop cars driving by, and then like, and then she just keeps syncing up with taxis. It seems too, like in a lot of scenes with MJ, like when she walks up to Peter or whatever, there's a taxi driving by. I think MJ's a stalker. But why though? why is why do they have MJ stalking Peter Parker? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or is like everybody stalking Peter Parker? Or is it just MJ? She's definitely doing gang stalker tactics on Peter Parker in all three movies. She's either doing that or they're just in the room together in other scenes. All the other scenes with them together, they're just like in the room together. Like you don't see when they like meet up with each other. And then there's the one scene where he's like dancing on the piano and stuff. And then there's all the scenes where he saves her, of course. But like the scenes where like where they're like it shows them like meeting each other, she's doing it synced up. So I don't know what that's about. It's fucked up too. He keeps saving her life and she's gang stalking him still. Damn, MJ. I see stalkers. I see a white truck and another stalker with it. I see birds and bugs at the same time again. I see a tan truck driving through the parking lot. driving into the parking lot, I mean, and then there's red cars with it. And then he's parking in the parking lot, and then there's cars driving out, and then they're getting to the intersection, and then this other car drove out right after. I don't know if it was synced with them or what, but probably. Let's go outside and play. Why? You wanna fart at me with a loud engine or something? That's lame, bro. I think my water heater just clicked with this car getting to the intersection. Like it didn't turn on, but it just like clicked. I think that just happened right now. My refrigerator will do that sometimes too. It'll just click at synced moments. There's the sink head cars. There's a tan truck and a bunch of other sink heads. Hi. Alright, later, sink heads. See you after the next sink heads. Some other time. Like right at the intersection, probably. There's a white SUV. He looked like a sink head with all these other cars. They looked like sink heads. Who's in here? Who's watching? Is it a sink head? Are you watching me synced? Did you put a red shirt on to watch me? What's going on over there in the sink head world? Are you gonna type a comment synced? Hit the like button synced and send me some Cash App synced. Send me some Cash App right at the same time that you hit the like button.
with a red shirt. If you're gonna sink something, do that. So how's it going, guys? My neighbor just coughed, sinked. Meow. So, what else? What else, man? What else?
What else can I say? What else can I say? I said it all. Who's in here now? Who's in here? Where's all the trolls tonight? They usually gotta come in and troll me. They don't wanna troll me? Nobody wants to troll me? Alright. I guess nobody wants to troll me tonight. I hear a truck engine outside. Is he a troll? Is he out here driving his truck instead of trolling me online tonight? Is that what's happening? Or are they out driving around somebody else while this guy drives around me? Or what? I saw this silver car drive out, and then he synced with a silver car driving by me, and then I saw another silver car in the background. And it looked like the guy in the silver car on the street was like looking up at me when he drove by. And then the silver car that drove by me is driving out on the street, and this bird is flying down, and this black car was driving by at the same time. Wow. Academy Award worthy. What else, man? What else, man? What else can I say? You got anything to say? Who's in here? Say something. Oh, they left. My refrigerator just turned on. He's always got something to say. I mean, not really. He's always got nothing to say. But he says it anyway. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet when I've been in my apartment the last couple days. But then when I go outside, it's not. Who's in here? It smells like a bot. Is it a bot? Are you a bot? Click all the squares with traffic lights on them to prove that you're not a bot.